All right, guys. Today we're going to continue with session 2 of lesson 30 and evaluating expressions. Today is more along the lines of using order of operations. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, remember today, or not today, but we always follow these rules in order. So we start with brackets, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. We always go in order from top to bottom. Now, the only thing that changes that, well, it doesn't change top to bottom, but it changes. Let's say I have a multiplication problem and a division problem. I go left to right. So whatever comes first in my problem, that's what I do. I don't do multiplication just because it says multiplication first. I don't do division second just because it says division second. So if I have a problem like this, 4 divided by 2 times 3, I don't just do the multiplication because it says multiplication first here and then division second because they're on the same level. And if they're on the same level, we go left to right. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 2 times 3 is 6. Right, so that's how that would work for us. As long as you remember that, we are good to go. This should be a pretty easy lesson for you guys. All right, so evaluate the expression. I'm going to do this one. You guys don't necessarily have to. 24 minus 2 plus 1. Remember, if I go back here, addition falls first, subtraction falls second, but it doesn't matter because they're on the same level. And if they're on the same level, I just go left to right. So if I go left to right, I'm going to do 24 minus 2 first, which is going to be 22, and then plus 2, and then I'm going to get 24. Now, it says, how can we use parentheses? The next one, how can I use parentheses to make this, to have an answer of 20? Well, to do that, I just put my parentheses here and here, and now I have parentheses first, which is 2 plus 2 is 4, and I have 24 minus 4, and that equals 20. So those are the kind of things we're going to ask you guys to do today. But let's go and get started with our problem. There are 32 people on a field trip to the aquarium. This includes 8 adults. The expression is 6 times, in parentheses, 32 minus 8, represent the cost in dollars to buy the students, but not the 8 adults. A $6 souvenir poster. What is the total cost of the posters? Now, that gets a little wordy, but all they're asking you guys to do is just evaluate the expression. And what expression are they asking you to evaluate? It's this one right here. So what I need you guys to do is go ahead and answer that question using our order of operations, and then come back to the video and check your answer. All right, so let's go ahead and check our answer there and see how this goes. So remember, our first thing was brackets and parentheses. So that's what we're going to do first because we do have parentheses here. So I'm going to do 6 times, and then I'm going to take my parentheses. 32 minus 8 is going to be 24. And since I use both numbers in the parentheses, I just like to take the parentheses out. And now I have 6 times 24, right? So 6 times 24 is going to give me 144. You don't necessarily have to, well, you have to worry about that math. I already know that math. So that's how I would evaluate that. So again, I did parentheses first, and the only thing I had left was 6 times 24. So that makes it really easy when answering the question. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's get to the harder stuff. So number 6, and I don't remember what page this is on. It should be our apply it page. It says evaluate the expressions. And now is when things start to get a little more complicated, we'll call it. So let's go ahead and evaluate it. I always like to rewrite it out 1/3 times. And brackets and parentheses are the same. I just find it easier to use parentheses. All right, so my first one, I have parentheses and brackets first. Right, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. I've got to answer my question in there. So I'm going to rewrite everything else, 1/3 plus, and in there is 8 minus 5, 3, times 3, plus 9. Right, so next I have exponents. Well, we don't have any of those. And my next one is addition and subtract, or sorry, well, that's way off. Multiplication, division. So do I have any multiplication division? I do, and I have 1/3 times 3. Well, 1/3 times 3 is going to be 3 over 3, which is going to be 1. And then I have plus 9 left. And the only thing I have left now is that addition, subtraction, and 1 plus 9 is 10. Okay, I'm going to let you guys kind of do these next two by yourself. And again, they're just asking you to essentially just evaluate the expression. So on this one, on number 7, I just want you to evaluate this expression, 9 plus 8 minus 4 times 3 minus 2. And on number 8 here, all I want you to do is I don't want you to worry about step 1 through 4 or A through D. All I want you to do is this right here. I just want you to evaluate that expression. So 1/4 times 7 times 6 plus 2 minus 5. Okay, that's all I want you to do is just evaluate that expression. You don't have to worry about all that other stuff. So go ahead and do those two, and then come back and we will check your answers. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check our answers to number 7 here. So I've got a doozy of a question. 9 plus 8 minus 4 times, in parentheses, 3 minus 2. So we're going to start at the very top. We're going to start with parentheses. So I want to have 9 plus 8 minus 4 times, and then 3 minus 2 is going to be 1. So this is what I have left. So exponents is next, and we don't have exponents, so we're going to do multiplication and division. I only have one multiplication and division problem. That is 4 times 1. So I'm going to do 9 plus 8 minus 4 times 1 is 4. And in case you need to see that, I will show you those. Now, on this one, I have two that are on the same level. I have addition and subtraction. It does not matter which one comes first. It doesn't matter if it's subtraction. Doesn't matter if it's addition. We solve going left to right when they are on the same level. So I'm going to do 9 plus 8 is going to be 17 minus 4. And then 17 minus 4 is going to be 13. So 13 is going to be my answer. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. Next, 1/4 times, in parentheses, 7 times 6 plus 2 minus 5. So we are going to start in the parentheses because that's the top. So, but we have 2 steps in the parentheses. So we have multiplication and we have addition. So we're going to start with that multiplication there. So 1/4 times, and I still have parentheses. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 2 minus 5. Now it looks a little bit easier. I do have all of my operations, just one operation in each set. So I'm going to do in the parentheses. So 1/4 times 42 plus 2 is 44 minus 5. Multiplication is next for me. So I have 1/4 times 44, and that is going to give me 11 minus 5. And then my answer is going to be 6. My answer is going to be 6. All right, so here's what I want you guys to do. Again, they're only asking you to evaluate expressions here. On number 2, you're going to evaluate the expression. On number 3, evaluate the expression. Number 4, evaluate the expression. And on number 5, evaluate that expression. Okay, you can read through the questions. But the biggest thing I want you guys to take out of today is learning how to evaluate those expressions. So go ahead and answer those 4 questions. Come back, check your answers. All righty. Let's go ahead and look at these. I got a couple easy ones here. 1/2 times 4 in parentheses plus 8. Well, we already know that we're doing parentheses first, so I'm going to go ahead and drop down my 1/2 multiplied by 4 plus 8 is 12. And when I do that, I put a 1. 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 is going to be my answer there. On number 3, we have 7 times, and that is 15 plus 25. All right, so again, we are doing parentheses first. So we have 7 times 40. 7 times 40 is going to be 280. That's going to be my answer there. Next, we get a little bit harder. I like this one. I'm actually going to leave it. I'm just going to show my work with that one. Again, I have parentheses first, so I have 9 plus in parentheses 21 minus 6, which is 15, divided by 3. Next, I don't have any exponents, so I'm going to go multiplication division. I do have 15 divided by 3, so I'm going to have 9 plus 15 divided by 3 is 5, and then 9 plus 5 is 14. And lastly, let's go ahead and go to number 5. So I'm going to have 50 minus 1/2 times, and we'll call those parentheses 12 plus 26. Whoa, 26. Right, I've got parentheses first, so I have 50 minus 1/2 times 12 plus 26 is 38. Now, I have subtraction and multiplication. Well, multiplication comes first, going from top to bottom. So I have 1/2 times 38, which is going to be 19. So 50 minus 19, and then 50 minus 19 is going to be 31. So 31 is going to be my answer there. Alrighty, guys. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we're doing. And this list looks a little different because there is Mr. Wells' instruction there. And there is Mr. Wells, what you're watching, instruction here. Now, so here's what else you guys have for me today. You've already finished numbers 1 and 2. You need to go ahead and do fluency. Lesson 30, evaluate expressions. You do have a teacher assigned lesson, write and evaluate expressions. Daily math, day 1. Math facts, if you've already gotten through number 10, I still have not finished number 11. I am not feeling well. That's why this video is being made. And then we are back to 45 minutes and 2 lessons passed this week. So if you have any questions about this, go back, rewatch the video. If not, I will see you guys soon.